What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Halloween edition of Fantasy Smack Talk. I'm Dustin. I'm sitting here with Brent. Now, I do want to make one quick announcement. We're going to start doing things a little bit differently, and no, I don't mean we're going to dress up like complete idiots every week, but we're going to still do 3 shows a week, but we're getting rid of 1 football show, and we're going to add a basketball show, so keep an eye out for that. So we got a trade question we're going to answer here. This one comes from Baseball for Life 1403. They want to know if they should trade Mendenhall and Brandon Marshall for Gates and Forte or Portis.
Alright, I know I look like a complete donkey right now, but trust me, do this trade. You don't want to do it for Portis, so do it with the Gates and Forte version. The reason, steer clear of Portis, it's a mess out there for the Redskins. And I know Forte's had a really down year, but he gives you instant value playing a Browns team that's god-awful this week. And he's still one of the few backs that does get all of the carries. He's in no kind of timeshare out there. So go ahead, pull the trigger for the Gates and Forte. We do like that one. Alright, Dustin, let's get into some stardom sit-ems, and the first one's from Sanchai6. He wants to know Miles Austin versus Seattle or Sims Walker versus Tennessee.
This is a tough one, but I'm just going to say go with Sims Walker against Tennessee. They got a good matchup. They're coming off the bye week. Now, I know Miles Austin's been lights out the last 2 weeks, but defenses are going to have to start paying more attention to him. I think he finally comes crashing back down to earth this week. And on a side note, I think this is really going to help Witten. The fact that Miles Austin's going to be getting more attention. If you can trade for Witten right now, we really like that. All right, Brent, we got one from McGinney33. They got bye week quarterback problems. They want to know if they should start Alex Smith versus Indy or Bulger versus Detroit.
All right, for this one, I think the answer is Bulger, and here's why. He's facing the Lions that are they seem to always give up that long pass play every single week. And I know a lot of people are enamored with Alex Smith due to his big second half last week, but you got to remember 3 key things. The Texans aren't that good at pass defense in the first place. They game planned for Sean Hill, who's just a completely different quarterback from Smith. And lastly, they're in the prevent defense the entire second half, which definitely aided Smith's numbers. Go with Bulger this week. Alright, Dustin, a new member, Instant Karma, wants you to pick 2. Jacobs versus Philly, Ricky Williams versus the Jets, Tim Hightower versus Carolina, and Mike Bell versus Atlanta.
Well, first, I think you go with Jacobs this week, so there's one. Now, I'm going to throw out Hightower. I know it's a weak matchup against Carolina, but he had less than 5 touches last week. That's just a little too scary to put him in your lineup, I think. So for me, it's really between Ricky Williams and Mike Bell. And I like Mike Bell's matchup a little bit better. I'm going to surprise some people and say go with Mike Bell this week. I think he has just as good a chance as getting as many carries as Ricky Williams. And I think he has just as good a chance of getting in the end zone. I like Mike Bell against Atlanta this week.
I got to go against Captain here. I got to say Ricky Williams. You know, last time he played the Jets, he had 14 touches that totaled over 150 yards, and he did have that huge game last week. I just feel Ricky's a little bit of a safer play.
Can't believe you're going against Captain America. Yeah. All right, let's get into our studs, duds, and sleepers. My stud's going to be Adai. Donald Brown's going to be out this week, which means Adai's going to have a few more carries. My dud is going to be Hakeem Nicks. I know he's been solid lately, but you take away his fluke touchdown last week, he's only had a mediocre game. I wouldn't start any big names over Nicks this week. And my sleeper is going to be Beanie Wells. He's going against Carolina. It's a weak run defense. He had almost all the carries last week. He was a big waiver wire pickup. I think it's safe to put him in your lineup this week.
Alright, my stud's going to be Matt Forte, and I know his owners are waiting for him to finally have a huge day, and I think this is the week. I'm thinking 1, possibly even 2 touchdowns. My dud's going to be Crabtree. He came out, had an impressive first game, and he was picked up in a ton of leagues, but he's facing an Indy defense that has Bob Sanders back and are pretty stingy against the pass. And my sleeper, if you're having quarterback issues this week because of the buys, go with Mark Bulger going against the Lions. I know it's kind of a long shot, but I really feel he's going to be dumping it down to Steven Jackson and get a lot of yards after the catch, which count as passing yards, so I think he's going to have a decent fantasy day.
Alright, so that's it for this show. I'll be back Tuesday night for the Waiver Wire show. Until then, happy Halloween and good luck in Week 8.